Joseph was a man many would call settled in his demeanor, his job, and his soul. In his mid-40s, he was fair in complexion, quietly handsome, and calm in a way that made people instinctively trust him. He worked as a restaurant supervisor at The Haven, a warm and elegant eatery tucked in a quiet part of town. Though professionally respected and personally grounded, one space in his life remained unfilled: the longing for a love that felt like home. He had once gathered the courage to ask Juliet, a confident, stylish realtor and content creator, out on a date. She had been kind but firm, saying she had a boyfriend and wasn't interested. Joseph took it gracefully, not wounded but wiser. He didn't beg or sulk. He simply let it go, and kept waiting. Not idly, but patiently. Then, one evening, everything changed. Juliet walked into The Haven again, but this time, she wasn't alone. With her came Comfort, a poised and soft-spoken woman in her late 30s. A real estate consultant with a quiet strength and gentle beauty. When Joseph met her eyes, something shifted. It wasn't fireworks. It was peace. Their handshake lingered just a second too long, and in that moment, he felt something he hadn't felt in years, a calm knowing. That night, Joseph sat alone with his thoughts. There was something about her, he whispered. Grace, and quiet. But love rarely travels a straight path. Juliet began to sense something was blooming between Joseph and Comfort. She wrestled internally, not out of jealousy, but discomfort. One afternoon, Comfort asked Juliet if she'd be okay with her exploring something with Joseph. After a long pause, Juliet simply said, "If he's bringing you peace, don't let history stop your future." Meanwhile, Joseph was doubting. Would Comfort really choose a quiet man like him? One afternoon at the restaurant, he and Comfort sat by the window, talking about life, faith, and timing. Their hands brushed. They didn't pull back. They stayed. Their bond deepened, not loud, not rushed, but real. On a Saturday, she invited him to view a house. As they walked through the home, she smiled and asked, "What do you think of this as a starter space?" He looked at her and replied, "If you're in it, then yes." Later, in her apartment, with soft worship music playing, Comfort asked him, "Why me?" And he answered, "Because I stopped chasing love that felt like noise. You bring peace. You feel like home." They didn't rush. They just stayed. Months later, in a garden lit by sunset, Comfort walked down the aisle with Juliet at her side. Joseph waited. The man who had learned how to wait well had found the one worth waiting for. They say love is patient, but they rarely tell you how long it might take. I waited, not perfectly, but honestly, and the peace I longed for finally had a name: Comfort. Greater than. Turns out, the wait wasn't a delay. It was preparation.